This is the Red Island Podcast, episode 5 or 6. I don't know. We figure out when we snap it. You know what I mean? And today we're here with my guy Mohz. Mohz is representing the UGS clique. Before I start, I'm gonna let him talk to y'all, tell you what he's about, what he's do, because he's a man of many trades. Art, beat production. Mohz do everything.
Yeah. So my government name would be Julian Mosley. Yeah. So the only thing because it become my name, I just changed the initials because you spell like Mosley. So instead of Mosley, I did Mohz.
Oh, so some creative stuff.
Yeah, because everybody was trying to figure out a name for themselves. But anyhow, I'm a graphic artist. I am a producer, as you said. I am a actor because I wasn't paid it. I paid Taro, so anybody didn't realize.
All right.
It was be right.
Payday, classic.
Yeah, payday and next payday is it's for real funny. What else do I do? Is so much that I encompass in my creativity.
Tell the guys about UGS. Tell them what you mean.
Well, UGS is an acronym for Underground Speech. We started initially with my guy, shout out to Zero, and I go way back since 1997 back in school.
I was 3 years old.
Well, we were 12, we just running. But anyway, well, I was running, Zero just quit. Next name Zero. Yeah. So, we started in 2003, we just messed around with it for a little bit. And we just started growing from there. We knew Ruby Tech at the time.
Ruby.
Ruby. We had started that was because through his father, Mr. Jordan. So who don't know about Mr. Jordan, he was a prolific artist himself. He did a lot of things.
He did a lot of those sketches or comic comics.
He did with like Jones and stuff like that. You saw
it. For sure.
Yeah, that was definitely his thing. Through that, we were just messing around, and when Zero came to BCC, because he came the year after I did, he was telling me, yo, Mohz, they got this dude there that is Bentley and stuff like that. So we just meet up and thing, and it happened to be hot.
Okay.
So I just greeted him so you want to do some music again? I was like, literally like this, just brother, cool. I ain't heard a demo, I ain't know what man could do, I ain't know jack shit. It was going on faith for me on my time because I saw something differently in Hot at that point, and I was like, this dude got sang. I don't know what he is. So I was like, alright, bro, cool. Let me just test the waters and see what happens. So you want to join? I was like, yeah, cool. And we just been doing stuff ever since 2005.
I was supposed to go hot for the longest while to work on.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Pressure
ain't working too, man.
Ajani the track, we got stuff with that. It's like in the pressure, but
man, it coming true though. Definitely no. I mean, a lot of people don't know, but I kind of eased off of music for a little bit. I was still doing open mic nights and thing, but I guess it was after the Avenue show and everything that happened with that, I just kind of want to take a break for myself from trying to make music. It was I felt for a long time I was trying to find a song because I realized that's really important.
It is important. As a producer, I can tell you, it's we have, and I speak when you say we, I mean the entire team. We were influenced by the Gorillas, which is the band. I was actually going to ask you about your influences next, so that's perfect.
Gorillas?
It's Gorillas. We started first because Zero and I wanted to actually create characters. We still have characters of ourselves, of Hot, Zero, and Mohz.
That would be easy for y'all because y'all love the art.
Exactly. So we wanted to marry the music and art together at some point. So Zero does illustration. Zero does animation also. So it was easy for him to translate our characters onto paper and onto the screen.
I love to see that though.
That'll be great, that'll be dope. Dope shit, trust me. So what we were trying to do, or we're still in the process of doing, is actually coming up with at least a short of UGS characters. There's more than just one, just 3 of us.
Cause y'all is a movement now at this point, you know what I mean? You got Tech on there, And then all the stuff that y'all did, the open mix, like Mike Chad.
Yeah, shout out to Sunrock, shout out to Kioma, Malik, aka our minister. Yeah,
for sure.
It's a process, like I said, because we still are young. We're still getting young. We're still looking for like different influences. Like I said, it's like the Gibbler stuff. Then we had like big fans of Pharrell and the Neptunes,
Nice.
Timbaland,
Nice.
and Missy and stuff.
So is that like a reflection in your own music too? Do you
Yeah,
see that
sometimes
in it,
I do. Because
do you feel pressured to incorporate like the Barbadiana elements and things like the soca?
Nah, I don't think it, because it's still a reflection of who we are as Bajans. So we can take the outside influences, but we still have to know who we are inside first. So whatever we do, we try to push as much Barbadiana as much as possible. Even though it may sound foreign to other people, but we have that. We just want to make quality music.
I would say I'm more for the people in the country. You know what I mean? I think Barbados is great. The idea of it is great, but there's still some flaws in the concept. I care more about the people because I know even y'all just so many the wealth of talent on the island. I care more about the talent than necessarily try to sound anarchist or edgy or whatever, but then the government or anything like that. Because it's I feel like we as artists, we kind of wait on the government to do too many things. When it's they got their own shit going on.
Exactly.
Corruption.
So my on
many other conservators,
and same with that. So because having that experience too, and realizing that you just can't sit and wait on things to happen. You got to get up and move.
Yeah.
Like Cal said, get up, get something.
It's true.
So it's like that mentality. We just have to see. We need to implement that as much as possible because you can't sit on. Yeah, man, I did this here. You can sit on your basement, whatever it is. You have a laptop whole day.
The internet definitely makes that more open though.
Yeah,
it's like before you had to need $50 to make an album.
But who's to say that you can sit on and actually say you want to post stuff on it now and hope for something to happen?
Yeah.
You still going to make that going work happen.
And you still got to market. You still got to
exactly
all these things to people and
everything you got to do.
It's just more digital now. How you approach people and such. And then learn that more and more and more.
Yeah, as the time you go on with it, we still got to push. Like I said, we still get young.
Yeah.
You still got to keep moving. We just started with, as you're saying, we just started with Ruby Tech first with the hits that we did with him. Working with, but also Sunrock and Carmenay and stuff like that. Even Tef, we have.
Kind of hard. Tef hard too. Contrary, I feel like a lot of the young men is be and this is personally, I ain't calling names or their experience, but I feel like the men has got this kind of I don't want to say hatred or jealousy. Right. I didn't never openly say it, right? But it's I think Tef's so dope. I feel like what he does is very interesting.
I can be honest with you.
You know what I mean? And I think the market rap too.
I can be honest.
You know what I mean?
I can be honest. At one point in Tef's earliest career, I wasn't feeling Tef at the time because maybe I wasn't relating at that point. But I think a lot changed when he had did some open mics. When he had did one in what's that bar down there in South Coast. I think it's Nestor Salt or something like that.
Oh, okay. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember it at that time, but when was there, he had did. I think he had did that one thing. I think Mihalis was in there too.
Okay, cool.
I think she did. She could quote me on this and she could correct me.
Mihalis is a big one too.
Yeah. But I think my brain opened up to what Tef was doing then, and he still is doing now. So I was I got one over, and I'm like.
Problem with Beatrice though is the translation, people will show you love and thing, but showing up, spending money for tickets, coming out to something that's not Jamaica or Trinidadian artists.
And that's the thing, because
really
we don't support our own.
But people spend money for what they want to spend for. I can't get angry with that. You know what I mean? It's just
that's the money.
For me, this is my mentality and this is the standard I told myself to. If it is that I throw a show and I can't get a big enough following, it just means that A, the marketing wasn't good enough, B, the music or the musicians on the platform wasn't good enough, and we gotta try hard. That's it. Some people will take that to heart and say, "My big mama music hard," blah 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 blah. But that's how I always look at it as. It's all the artists, we got talent. Talent is great, but talent isn't artistry. You understand? Artistry is a whole different thing. Artistry is branding. Artistry is how you present yourself, how you market your shit. And I feel like a lot of people wanted it at the time, but they wasn't really hungry enough. For the exception of one or two, three people that we have on the card.
Correct.
But right. We can get into the format of the show. So we can't get a drink. You dig? Most of the products, well, all the things that we drink so far, exception for like 1 or 2, are all no-gay products. And this is Blanton Single Barrel Bourbon. I hope you said it right. This is what we drinking today. We usually drink XO. What you say is a man.
I am a whiskey guy. I am a Jack Daniels fan. I drink Jack Daniels.
Open to say drink. Oh, by the way, let me introduce everybody in the room because I used to usually do that, but I just forget. Kareem, that just happened to disappear in the room. We got Ajani here on the cameras, during the back, marketing, and the lovely.
There we go. There we go.
Jesus,
who I have not even been introduced to, but hi, Jimmy.
Alright. So, so here, we bought a drink. Say, I don't know if this is a decoration thing or if I can just pull this off.
It's a seal fan.
But I mean,
it's a seal fan. Like,
hey,
see what I mean? It's a seal.
It smells pretty good too.
It's a bourbon. It's gonna smell pretty good.
That's yours? That's mine, sorry. This is yours.
I believe a man support you want to drink, but anyhow, have fun.
That's all.
I can sit down. It's like
I leave for your next ones though. You this sweatshirt, the back in the shop and everything.
Yeah, I looks like it right there.
I like it.
And you have, see, that's what I'm saying. If I pour my drink, none of that is gonna be spillage. I'm just saying, but you know.
Jeez, my mom want me to call something shaky already.
No, I'm just saying.
So this is going on. Let me just do a little song check here. Make sure that we all plugged into the system. We are. Turn the volume. Alright, so I'm going to let you look at this list here. And based on the names only, you're going to play a song. You listen to 4 songs through the whole course of the podcast. And we have a conversation after each song. So you guys.
Only play like 4.
Yeah. Jamaica is actually on these songs, but I'm not going to tell you which one.
But obviously, because there is no actually anything. See, there first of all, it says unknown artist, which means I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the whole point.
I don't know who the fuck it is.
Any 12 of these songs.
But you see, the first one, because I am an old school guy, and I see Woo time for the children, so you know exactly. I'm
playing for the Woo.
I'm gonna hit you Woo.
Alright, go. There you go.
Pull up to this spot with my high beams on. Speakers about to pop to this Wu-Tang song. Screaming, shimmy, shimmy, y'all shimmy, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Screaming like shimmy, shimmy, y'all shimmy, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Heavenly Father, please forgive me for this sacrilegion, but I'm lost, I need answers like why you keep blessing me. I took my homie's mama from him, now she never see the memories that we share, the champagne that we cheers. Stop us from bad decisions when problems ain't always clear. I know that it's hurting deep, cause if it was me, I'd probably drown in my vices and Kurt Cobain through the sheet. He got a homie in me, I swear my clan gotta eat. I swear my mama a queen, future wifey a G.
So yeah, so that was the time for each other. Obviously it was inspired by Old Dirty Bastard.
Frank, hold on. Production are not all together though.
Yeah, to be hard enough.
Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Woo!
I didn't
know which one that hit me first, are they beat or that?
Yeah, peaceful.
I'm saying is like either way, you have me like here like a train engine like.
Yeah, peaceful produced for XX Tentacion.
Nice.
Reason from TD.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, he's a pretty good producer.
Nice.
I'm coming.
Fine, like fight. I mean lyrics dope.
Yeah.
It's hot. The nod to the Wu-Tang all together one, and the shimmy out to the ODB.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I got some lyrics in my head, but I may not even catch on. But it's like, I could not stop banging my head to this one. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's definitely one of them songs. I want it to be like an anthem.
Yeah, and it does have that drive.
Yeah.
Because again, along that's another influence where I was like Pete Rock, and Jay Dilla. Is one of my biggest influences. Premier, like because we were talking about influences before, and that stuff like that brings me back to that.
You see, like when the OGs, with the younger generation say that the OG producers ain't got nothing for them, be like that generation when Premier was playing these men beats, I was like, yo, you crazy me? Premier and these men had some of the most iconic songs throughout the history of hip-hop. Hip-hop's still young.
It is. He's only like 40 some plus years old.
No, not to the young men though. You know what I mean? Like Metro Boomin and them has met hard beats too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like.
But
I think it's just like a mood for me, cause like my music is definitely a fusion of like old and new school hip hop. Like I love boom bap shit, but at the same time I still young, so I like turn it up. So it's like I try to find like that middle ground in between.
But that alone, because that's the second song on the album.
Yeah.
That's already got a tribe to it already.
Yeah.
Because usually when they look at albums, and this is everything I listen to, I just look at first 3 songs to see how far it goes.
I definitely make sure those are like the stronger ones.
Yeah, you have to. You have to catch your audience early, and especially with the younger generation, you have to catch their audiences because it's fickle. Because they listen to this a minute and 2,
and then they out,
Fuck that. Everything else, they made in the kid with nothing else. So you gotta catch them like early, and especially that boom bap. You just did it, fine. I think first off, you going to out.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So no. Earlier said that he was a Gorillaz fan.
Yeah.
So I can give you some Gorillaz trivia for sure.
Let's see.
So
let me see how well homework.
I see that you're an art man and a comic. Well, man, I should definitely know this piece of history.
Okay.
Understand? Ready? So Damien Albarn and Jamie Hewlett created Gorillaz in 1998.
Okay.
What is the name of the comic Hewlett was working on at the time?
Time.
Jesus Christ. Dre, help me though. Like, Dre, I feel like, everybody watching this show, I feel like it's a conspiracy theory. I feel like man's like, who the fuck is Sivers? This me, and this and you want to
let me see how well I get though. It's like, that's.
Oh god.
Baby's first trivia.
Yeah, but so in between you just do like little trivia, little shots and things just to keep it interesting.
Hey, it is
but going back to what you were saying too about like I love Wu. Like Wu was like again Method Man, Biggie Smalls. There was the people that made me really warm up. The first song I ever listened to. I tell you a story before when he walked. Being the song that really made me like hearing the mind like hiccup. Yeah, no. Excuse me, when I hear that shit, I was like, these men so creative. And then like later on in my career, shouts out to Roman Douglas, Mr. Douglas from the True Wild podcast. Right. He was like my teacher at school. Mm-hmm. And he used to spit so much game at me like music and things. So he used to give me like Reflection and Eternal to listen to, aka Revolutions per minute. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like so much things like changed my way to look at hip hop because it was like for me growing up I thought hip hop. My brother always used to listen to like a lot of soul, so like a lot of T.I., a lot of Young Jeezy, that sort of. But that was like he was still on Nas and he was still on like Big and Ting, but like that was the energy like growing up and Ting too. So it's like I always thought that the soul was the extension of what hip hop was, right? You know what I mean? But then like going out there in the world and meeting people like like Rock and Mr. Douglas and. David and all these different men that was into hip hop at a whole different level. Like then you learn about KRS-One and you learn about Rakim and you learn about you know what I mean? Like
I'll tell you this. I'm still learning about hip hop. I am 34 years old now, and I'm still learning.
It's vast.
It is vast. I mean, even if you're doing my research and stuff like that, going back to like even back before KRS-One, you're talking about African Bambaataa and Herc and all that men who started this whole revolution. And like what they had to do and differently how they set up between them and in between different groups that are subgroups you can see at the point and different groups that are pivotal but they weren't like mainstream but you do
how you feel about this like this thing where it's like hip hop is supposed to be competitive everybody trying to be everybody fighting you know what I mean because it's like if I get up on the track somewhere I'm definitely trying to win. For sure.
I mean, it gives a spirit.
For sure.
It gives a spirit because
even with the Hot Night Fight Cypher that we did recently, shouts out to DJ San for that. Like my idea, I went in there thinking like, I know I really trying to spit bars. I trying to be swag. I trying to like give something where people like, this man just said that he's shit MCs to Two Sons. You know what I mean? Like something that just met people.
That's some dope shit though.
Like pop, you know what I mean? Because I always try to keep like you said too. I try to keep the Barbadian in it. I don't necessarily sound Beijing, you know what I mean? But and that's another thing we talked about here too. Do you think is a straight for us to sound Barbadian, or do you think we just tell our stories and people?
I believe these stories are more important because the culture.
I think there's space for all of us.
I guess it is because even though like there's the poetic groups where it's like let's say like also like Empress Singer and DJ Simmons. So that group was like they strike out
and they really hold that like that spirit of MC.
They do. But in their sense, in their work, in their storytelling, it is their.
Just the way they carry themselves, they're really smooth cats.
They are. I mean, like what they have done. Like as a power couple, they showed their whole entire.
Me and Fiona talked about that. Like I was telling, I don't know if it was on camera or on camera. We were talking about their relationship, and just like some conversations that I had with them separately about their ideals on like love and relationships are. And I was like, yo, if I ever had to have a relationship, I would definitely want something like what they have.
That couple is the quintessential couple that you will want to strive for, which gives you like, you can go, on and on. But that's something that you definitely look to for in a partner, and it goes vice versa because she lies with him and him lies with her.
Okay.
So they have to mark on it. But I'm sure that they would tell you it's a lot of work behind that.
Yeah, I don't think it's everything on the surface. I feel like too. I know with your generation, but from my generation, like we real selfish.
Like.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm a technically 90s baby, technically, so
technically it's a 90s baby. Yeah, I'm a 90s baby too, so yeah.
But
every generation is just selfish. I feel like we grew up in an era where we were given everything, so we don't really fight hard for like certain things that like 80s kids had to deal with, we don't go deal with. You know what I mean? And certain things that 2000s kids are given the privilege of, we don't go deal with.
Yeah.
So I feel like we live in an era where we don't really learn to communicate with each other. We just everybody's talking but nobody listens.
Nah, no one has the capacity to want to listen.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's true.
So even if I struggle with that too myself, right? Definitely.
I'm a good listener though. I definitely have trained myself to be that way.
No, I'm training myself. No.
Yeah, not by choice.
Shit. It's not easy.
It's hard.
Believe you me.
It's hard. And sometimes you might not even understand per se the person comes from. You try to.
But going back to originally, it's like we have plenty of stories here in Barbados. Not only because of folklore, but there are plenty of people over the generation like could tell you about different things that happened with them, experienced. They have been doing things overseas and different types of stuff that they can share with us.
But again, Master Flash for Barbados too?
Yeah, all those guys. But I'm gonna get into that. But it's like we have to have these conversations with our fathers and mothers and grandmothers, so we can understand who we are.
See, that's an adult mentality. Like, how many kids having kids that are able to even process that level?
But we have to at least let them know that this is what happened. In order for you to move forward, you gotta know your past, man. That is something that you have to definitely instill. But we can still play our part too in saying, well, alright, we're here, we're getting on fine because you're my brother. Let me just show you exactly what's going on too.
Each one teach one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like basically give a man a fish. Feed him for a day. Teach a man about fish. Feed him for life. It's simple as that, fam. But it's just like the mentality we have now is like it's so fast paced. Like you said, everything must be this and be done. Look up your instant. You just don't care about anything else no more.
I had to slow down.
Selfish.
Because I was looking at how other artists, because like in my very sense, I always look at this like I'm competing with Jay-Z, I'm competing with Drake, I'm competing with Kendrick, I'm competing with all the local men too. I'm competing with Levy, I'm competing with Ruby Tech. Right. So it's like in my head is like I get caught up in the pace of what they were doing, and he says that like these men doing things I ain't doing nothing. I was not in a position mentally nor spiritually to make music.
That's some smooth shit.
Yeah, it is. Ooh. That's why it's just sitting there. I know you're rushing that shit.
I said like this, you know what?
And no ice. That's what it's dog. That's what it's saying. You know what I mean?
We're gonna see how we get from here now. It's
supposed to be easy enough to West. We show it too.
Wow.
But so I guess we get to a space where I don't know. I feel like we're in a good time in hip hop in Barbados. I feel like we got a lot of things going on. I feel like a lot of players in the game, and if we just keep doing what we do, we can get there. So again, that's all. Yeah.
Alright, let's see. We went to that point.
I know you're supposed to pour a shot, right? But she just still so smooth. Nah, I
ain't pouring that shot because that shit is smooth already. Let's see.
Nice.
Chica, let's see what's happening with this one. It's 5 minutes.
It out like a porno snip, ayy. When I get inside the mood to run it for, depends on how the emotion touch my soul. She scream out, Papi Dios mío, dame mucho más. En la so, we don't worry about the past, we just sit. I got a chica. Yeah. Body on fuego, she drive me loco. I got a chica, yeah. Spend all my pesos, pocket no bueno. Yeah, tell me. what's on your mind. Cause I ain't no expert. Yeah, I ain't no. Would you ride for a nigga? Would you die for a nigga? Would you cry for a nigga? Can't you vibe with a nigga? Damn. She'll break your heart is what I'm really saying. She'll break your heart, she'll break your heart. Would you ride for a nigga? Would you die for a nigga? Would you cry for a nigga? Can't you vibe with a nigga? Damn. She'll break your heart is what I'm really saying. She'll break your heart, she'll break your heart. No reason to talk about it. We live by a code that's consistent, and I cannot walk around it. Free all my dogs that be locked in the system. I came from the street, but I'm humble. I pay my respect to the jungle. If you acting funny, then fuck you.
Fine, that's nice. That's great. I mean, like, it's a nice steady groove.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
A lot of the albums like that though. I don't really. Not like don't have up tempo songs on it, but it's like.
But this fits though. This fits for everything else. Cause like, again, it has it need to be.
It's definitely one of them songs. I build it for like people that like travel a lot or like train.
Yeah, cause that sound like some low-fi shit there though.
I mean, you can listen to it. It's like
it's easy listening for sure.
That made this beat this is cheap, right? Kemando. Yeah, YouTuber. He's from Singapore, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
No wonder. Yeah, that's what give it that low-fi. But Barry G, you said was on there.
Yeah, Barry G. I mean, girl was Mimi Glitz.
Freddie was her.
Yeah, Mimi hard, man.
Yeah.
She had a longer part than all of us, but it was such a vibe. It just didn't work out.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like it gives like. Alright, so this is my question. It's like when you were talking about stuff. So is it coming from experience, or was it like you just talking with somebody those shit?
Oh, you mean in terms of I gotta check it out?
Yeah.
I had to check it out, spend my money on shit. I'm just kidding. I think it's just. I agree with this. I think it's just like when you got like that shorty and you got that vibe or like a connection. Like I hate to hear a man say, "Well, I would never spend money for the girl," because like any day, like if you in something with someone, you definitely gonna like spend money on them. Maybe not like directly, but indirectly. You know what I mean? It's just part of life, be like. So it's like the song is just like that youth kind of energy. Like, I got cheap. I spend cash on she whatever. She look good. But it's right in my pocket. It's not in my pocket, don't like it. And then the verse itself is just like an ode to like the different kinds of, because you've done no Barbadian and sweet, but I mean like that's what I said, like from islands on the chain, from Trinidad to Guyana, and like Atlanta to Brooklyn. Shawty be big bags, she be getting in big bags, go ornaments and like just like a girl that's making her own money too. So like that's sort of like, cause like inspiration for the verse comes from that song, Miss Independent. That's why I love her. That's me, right? Yeah. So it's sort of like that sort of like we just like, but then Barry Parker is like, yo, like this girl, you want to spend money on she? Fuck that. You know what I mean? Mimi's part is like I always wanted to like I don't like doing songs where it's like it's having like a male's perspective, so I like to just toss in a woman's perspective.
Right.
Mimi's
counterbalance, which gives a counterbalance too. So it's like
I think we all did our own little thing on it.
Yeah, for sure.
The only problem is it's so long.
But for me, understand me.
I feel like it has potential.
Again, for me, coming from a different generation, the whole way listen to the albums, that's perfect for me, because it still gives you, because everything when I get into it, I give the perfect example. You see, what Rolling by Man and Method Man.
Yeah.
Fine. The first couple of minutes you get into the event, it takes a long intro to get in, but once you get in, you get it in.
Yeah. And the intro's there for a purpose too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So when you get into the song, be like, in 2 minutes and 15 seconds is up, and you like, alright, that's all. So for me, it was like that. So hearing stuff now, like for 5 minutes and stuff, is like, alright, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So
and that's why it's like the way it paced the album too is like I definitely put that in the center, because it's the first couple songs are really quick.
Right.
I wanted you to get people into the process of it.
Yeah.
And then I could just do like longer cuts. Like these cuts with me and Barry, and the cuts with me and Jamaica, and the cuts that I got near any project where it's like more personal stuff. You know what I mean? So I definitely started off on a slower pace than anything else.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? So we can go over another trivia before we get into the next song.
Let's
go. So you're gonna go to multiple choice this time. I love multiple choice in schools because I was good at school, but Multiple choice is just easy. Just
Eeny, meeny, money, more.
A, B, B, C, 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 D, D.
That's
cool.
Just commit to it.
And then there's no E.
You ain't gonna ease. No. Alright, so who produced the beat for Busta Rhymes' Pasta Cavassier?
Jesus, peace for Pharrell Williams, man. Come
Jesus Christ, dog. No, wait. No, what you doing to me, dog?
Yeah, like, you know what? Pour some with me, just in case. I ain't come to box with you.
Don't mind.
I will come to box with you. Put some in there.
You say I'm not supporting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You learning. You're learning.
We getting 2 for 2 though. We getting 2 for 2, ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Who produced A Boogie with a Hoodie, Bosses and Workers?
I know that one.
And it's a multiple choice again. I'll tell you.
Alright.
So is it A, Chris Rose, B, DJ Mustard, C, Metro Boomin?
A Boogie with a Hoodie.
At least he helped me with this time. I know he ain't know that way weird ass.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. You get you on now.
Yeah,
So,
Boogie's catch you off guard.
Metro Boomin.
Chris Rose.
Chris Rose.
Alright.
Mustard.
Mustard, yeah.
This is definitely showing me fucking age now. Thanks. I'm just gonna put. I just can. Alright. Let's see Metro.
Nah. That's Chris Rose. That's very own.
Oh well.
Asian born and raised.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Shout out to Chris
Shout out
Rose.
to Chris Rose.
Shout out to Chris Rose.
That's a little clean.
That's
We
producer
can do
Vim.
this on the audio.
Best producer Vim. Like you get Kareem. Best producer Vim. You with
I
that?
sticking with it.
Sticking to it.
Sticking with it.
That all the rest of men.
Sorry, not best. Most accomplished producer.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I'm just checking.
My friend.
That's what I meant. as in-
Because there's a producer in the room.
I meant in terms of accomplishment.
Okay.
Accomplishment.
Just
Rose
make sure there.
Rose pretty tight.
Plus you were at school with me.
Plug for Chris Rose beat. You know, I mean,
You were at school with me as some boy got showing some love.
You must go?
Come here.
Shit, I ain't know. So I can keep quiet. Yeah, there's a room. Yeah, we kind of like rivals.
Screw's pretty good. Mohz pretty good.
It's whenever everybody acknowledge you.
Hat's pretty good.
Duh.
I try to call producer man.
Hot gotta be good. You know what I mean? Yes, man. Come
There
on.
were very, very good producers in Barbados.
They're very great.
Very.
I was just talking about hip hop man. I really know he's so good. Man. That's why.
I've seen him like just produce like
That's hip hop man. Oh shoot, Highland.
Highlands, another
Turn
one.
on there too. We got Star Artist.
My guy.
Josh Bodine.
Yeah, but also more music. Always got star artists for real.
Yeah, Strap. Dude, let's always forget dude's name though. But mine, jeez, what's the dude? Minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minimum hard. Minimum hard too.
You have to put him in that category.
Minimum.
Is
My mind be a slang bully. My mind Richie too.
Yeah.
That's hard. So hard children too.
yeah, VR.
And Diggs, can't forget Diggs. I just want Diggs to melt on the beats, but Diggs life just let me say. Shout out to Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man there on the cruise ship life, you know. Yeah, and I bread.
Yeah, it's true. Also, shout out to MKH. Also, he actually produced the song Tech.
Okay.
What is it called already? I'm trying to remember who it was. But
what do you think that we as artists can do to highlight the producers a little bit more? Aside from the obvious, like
Besides-
produce buddy, whatever.
yeah, besides, we can't do the whole P Diddy road. We all need.
Because if you look
all in the
at
videos,
if you look at
dancing.
if you look at any big artist that they had, like they've always like that's one thing that's a study testament type of hip hop. All big artists have big producers.
Yeah, I think.
Logic 6.
Yeah.
Drake 40. Kendrick Lamar, Some Wave, and then the go to the cat. J. Cole himself. Yeah, really, truly. You know what I mean?
It goes on and on. And
Yeah, all these
it's
auditions
meant to be like
so it's like, I feel like, what do you feel? Do you even invest time in that though? Do you invest time in trying to like build out a vibe with an artist, or
obviously.
or is it just like
I have to because I come from.
Because obviously the track y'all have with Jamanta, that was
Yeah.
a good example of that bond. Because you and Jamanta cool.
Yeah.
Blue shows of the blue.
You play that track next because I ain't picking it.
Yeah, what was that? What was that?
Yeah, you
oh,
can.
you mean?
Yeah, you have to. I ain't picking.
Fair enough. I ain't play that next time. Yeah, so shout out to Jamaica.
Blues my girl though.
So do you think that you need to
It
invest
is
time in
it is
building it?
important. It is very important to actually get to know your artist and what they're going, because you cannot build a vibe in the studio. You locked in a session for like a day.
Because what people underestimate with Logic in his first project, No ID had a big hand in it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and No ID had a thing where it was like, he used to just take the verses from Logic and build the beat around the verses.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but I feel like the internet kind of erased all that. People just be sending beats.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, the songs be great. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, you're all right, come to sit on a studio session.
I give you 2 examples. I'm gonna give you Nas. I'm gonna give you Pete Rock and CL Smooth. I just go in.
But people say Nas picked by beats though.
Let's say Illmatic first. First Illmatic. I just saying.
I hear people say that Nas picked by beats. I know about me.
I will see it. Nas picks bad beats.
I like the beats of
Okay, I'm gonna say already. Notoriously, he
That's why
does
we
it.
talk about.
I just saying. But I'm just saying, he's like, alright, listen. The example I give for that one, because he had Q-Tip, he had Large Professor, he had Premier. Right? I'm sure those, and that's like Queens demographic, the Brooklyn and stuff like demographic.
Yeah.
They will have to like listen to what they're listening to, and you have to spend time with them. Moving on to CL Smooth and P-Raw, because that's a group together. Again, I could call another group Gangstar. Perfect example.
Yeah, Kim talked about them last time.
Like that stuff like that, and then there's obviously like you said, like TV and stuff like that. You have to spend time with your artist and understand your artist.
I think there's the ones that are gonna win in the long end, right? Like the producer slash group combos, because it's like
Pharrell does it.
If you look at
even Messi in Timberland.
Yeah. And look at Jay and No ADD. Jay kind of builds relationships with a lot of different producers. But I mean that's because of that speaks to the magnitude of how big Jay is as an artist. I mean Drake does it too.
Yeah.
If you want to give Drake flowers.
But you can't get to produce for an artist if you don't know what his song his feel for stuff is.
True. So do you think that's where some are major artists missing? Do you think some of them missing songs?
If we do get time to sit down and listen to each other, listen like you said, listen with intent.
Cause I like, even though finishing my album, like I'm knowing like creating a song is hard. Like, cause at the end of the day, you still trying to song yourself, but you still get inspired by people too. Right. You know what I mean? Like you could listen to this album and you could say, oh, he's inspired by Chance Rapper, he's inspired by J. Cole, he's inspired by Kendrick Lamar. Like you could definitely see my inspiration off the grid.
The influence is there.
But at the same time, like I'm not rapping with Kendrick and Cole or Chance.
Because you aren't there.
Yeah.
For their experience.
So, you know what I mean? So I feel like, do you think that artists need to spend more time developing their song?
And all of that is part of building the reputation with themselves as an
I
artist.
feel like men don't feel like teams worth it though. Because they get hurt with the industry. That's a common trend.
It depends. Yeah, it is. But it depends on the individual. And individuals also. Because you can't have a relationship with a person. Even though like you would say like the deal goes south. You guys go left, one goes right.
But artists shaky though.
Right?
100%.
Honestly, artists are flaky.
I as an artist saying this, I know that.
As artists, I understand too, we are shaky. We are fragile. We do stuff like that. It's different. Definitely. But
sometimes it's not be on purpose though. It's just be like, something happened on your day.
I still hit it in your head. Men and girls spend time with each other. Just like that. Another example, Little Brother. Their history with each other, it broke up like after the second or third album, because Pooh and Fontaine didn't spend time with each other. They used to be on the road. Yeah. One might used to be in one point, then might used to be sent out, and then the only time they get to see each other is they actually go and do a show. Okay. After that, that's it. They actually spoke about this also recently. So that's what made their relationship.
You know what I like too? That had a really good artist and producer combo, Blue and Exile. That'd be Heaven's project. Heaven's, I love that project.
God, man, that was
Chill, I love Blue dog. You know my main reason about like Blue is actually one of my big inspirations too.
I was gonna ask you about like the inspiration for all this stuff too, because I can hear a little bit of everything else in it.
Yeah, Blue definitely. Like I just listened to a lot of like what seemed to be like hip hop that kind of changed my life. Like Blue, I would say Beneath the Heavens, another project that Douglas put me on to too. Beneath the Heavens, I would say like Lieutenant Quali too. His solo projects definitely influenced me as well. Again, that's like from I've listened to these projects like once or twice, so I can't really quote all of them off the top of my head. like it could probably like quote like a Kid Cudi discography. You know what I mean? Because Cudi was like another big influence on mine. I feel like we definitely gonna invest time in like building our own songs with producers.
Exactly.
But I feel men get fucked over a lot, so I feel like it's be like, yo, we playing shaky.
Even all know, like sometimes it's like for me, even if I ain't had a mind a little bit, I want to show you, like, yeah, we're gonna be everything cool, just to show them, see we're getting on with life, because you know things happen to people, because life is a bitch, and things can happen. So we just can like show the mind and see what we're gonna be doing, kick a scene someplace, just to he might need that too, she might need that also, because like you never know what's going on in their life. So if you are there outside as a besides the producer, being a friend also, it helps with the relationship a lot.
Sure. A lot. So you give me some of your mind tonight?
Yes, of course, Nick. Cause I ain't know what it is. You gotta tell me. You got unknown artists of everything on there, so therefore.
That's your second last song.
It's that, babe. You keep doing this to me, I just can't. I can't.
I can't help you if I can't even help myself. I can't help you if I can't even help myself. Go figure.
Stop. Pause, fam. This is my camera here?
Yep.
Blue, you are a treasure. No lie. As one of your producers, as your friend, you have grown so much. Definitely. You made me nearly cry just now, fam. Like on a real. I nearly had tears just now, Fred. Seriously. Whenever this gets out and you see this, you can know for sure. Like, fam, I love your music. I love what you're doing. Keep at it. Hey, she ain't here saying next to me. I can't tell you, fam. I tell you right here. Whenever she see it, keep doing it. Keep doing it. I can't wait till we actually start making real stuff together. Sivers, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right.
It's that, babe. You keep doing this to me, I just can't. I can't.
I can't help you if I can't even help myself. I can't help you if I can't even help myself. Go figure. I've been looking for the silver lining. I think that the stars have been aligning. So don't call me till it comes true. I love myself more than you.
Sitting in this 4x4 thinking, will I make it till tomorrow? My problems sitting in as this liquor fades often. What's God to a sinner when the devil's more constant? Somehow it's caused.